What is it about Battlestar Galactica that sets it apart from other science fiction franchises? Star Trek has warp drives, transporters, phasers, and energy shields, while Star Wars has hyperspace, deflector shields, and superweapons capable of destroying entire planets. But Battlestar Galactica took a very different approach. Instead of ignoring the limits of physics, it embraced them, and that changed everything. Instead of sleek starships protected by magical technologies, Battlestar Galactica embraced a more realistic military approach. These are warships, spacefaring battleships and aircraft carriers built to survive brute force with brute strength. Unlike most science fiction franchises, Battlestar Galactica doesn't rely on magical energy shields to absorb damage and survive. Its creators used a more realistic approach. Brute force must be met with brute strength. Battlestar Galactica is protected by a massive 3-layer hull built from advanced materials that's more than 6 feet thick in critical areas. In the face of overwhelming force, armor becomes the difference between survival and annihilation, because defending against the brutality of kinetic weapons is not the same as ones based on energy. Weapons in the Battlestar Galactica universe are designed for ruthless destruction and very different from the energy weapons found in most sci-fi starships. There are 2 primary pillars of a Battlestar's destructive arsenal. The first is kinetic energy weapons. These are the massive dual-barrel turret batteries lining the dorsal and ventral ridges of the ship. And then there's Galactica's missiles and torpedoes, guided munitions that carry high-explosive Tilium payloads or tactical nuclear warheads. Refined Tilium is 120 million times more destructive than TNT. A phaser delivers energy. A kinetic weapon delivers mass, momentum, and sheer destruction. The 2 are very different. Battlestar Galactica's main guns fire 20-ton projectiles at over 100 kilometers per second. Instead of burning through a target, their intent is to smash through armor, rip apart internal structures to turn the starship into a floating pile of debris. Energy shields do not provide a starship with much protection against the brutality of Newton's laws of motion. This is the reason that Battlestars are built like armored fortresses. Unlike Star Trek's warp drive or Star Wars hyperspace, a Battlestar doesn't travel through actual space. It vanishes from one location and instantly reappears somewhere else, around 15 light-years away. Every FTL jump is a precisely calculated mathematical navigation event. It acts like a localized wormhole, rather than a form of sci-fi travel that tries to circumvent Einstein's laws of relativity. The creators of Battlestar Galactica understood something that many science fiction franchises forgot. War is brutal, and just because it's in space doesn't make it elegant.